Spooky start today. Wow, look at that. I faded in and out. Hello, everybody. I hope you are well. Mr. Stack thought his head was big in the last assembly that he did. Well, I thought I'd take the challenge and make my head even bigger. Okay, so my assembly today is all about how we can work together to achieve something. I'm just going to show you something that's been going on in school while you've been away. Some exciting things have been happening. And I'm going to just shrink myself down. Okay, so here we have the area around the mugger, and if you could see, they've put some new fake grass down. So we've got even more fake grass around the school. Makes it look so much nicer. And they've also, I'm just going to get my pointer, they also have put in these lovely sleepers to stop the soil falling down and washing down onto our lovely new grass. So this will be a new area in the playground that you can use, and you can sit on here. And in the summer, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you will be sitting out here having your lunch. Hey! And I'm sure that you've heard the news that we will be opening on the 8th of March, which is less than 2 weeks now, because it was 2 weeks yesterday, so it's less than 2 weeks. And I've just got to say that I cannot wait to have you all back in school. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to see you all. So, but I'll give you more news on what's going to be happening when ready, closer to the date. So let's move forward. We've also taken out some of the old play equipment. So we had old play equipment here. You can see the marks where they were. And it was old and it was broken, and we needed to get rid of it because we need to get some new stuff. So we've got rid of that. And also what we had is we installed this lovely gate. And this is the old, really old gate that used to be the entrance to the infant school. And we had it redone, but you couldn't really see it. So we've taken the old equipment out, and now you can see it. And I think it looks beautiful. Don't you? Yeah, I thought you might do. So our assembly today is all about one of these, but let's go through them first. So R.1 is reflectiveness, thinking about our learning. R2 is resilience, not giving up. R3 is resourcefulness, knowing the tools we need to do the job. And R4 is reciprocity. That means working well on your own and with other people. And we are going to focus on that today. We are going to focus on reciprocity. So let me shrink myself down, get myself out of the way a little bit. And reciprocity is when you're ready, willing and able to learn alone and with others. And a bit more detail on it, it's about interdependence. It's about balancing working independently with working with others. And the person in the story that I'm going to read today does that. It's about collaborating, the skills of being able to learn and work with others. It's about listening and empathy, discovering how others think and feel. And it's about imitation, picking up others' good habits and values. Okay, so I want to share something though that was given to me yesterday. It's amazing. Here it is. This piece of artwork was made by some of you, and it's got hands. It's all handprints, and all coloured in different ways to make this beautiful tree. And some parents and children have made it. I love it. It's amazing. And I'm going to put it up in the school somewhere, but I thought I'd share it with you anyway, because actually it's about collaboration. It's about people working together, but also working on your own, because we can't all meet together at the moment, people made their hands separately and then gave them to someone who put it all together. What an amazing piece of work. And I just want to say thank you to all those people who were involved in that. I love it, and I will be finding a place in the school. So the story that I'm going to be reading today is about collaboration, and it's about reciprocity. It's called The Invisible, and it's by Tom Percival. You might have read another story by Tom Percival called Ruby's Worry, and I know Mr. Stack has read it too in assembly. So this story, it's great. I'm going to get going. It looks cold on the front, doesn't it? Let's get into the pages. Let me shrink myself down. My head's a bit big. So this is The Invisible by Tom Percival, and he's dedicated it to Isabel Stevie Lucas. Whoa. Brr. Isabel pulled on her favourite jumper, eyes curled across the side, in the inside of the window, and crept up the corner of her bedpost. It was very beautiful, and Isabel always noticed beautiful things, but there was no escaping the fact that it was also cold. Brr. Very cold. You see, Isabel's family couldn't afford to have the heating on. Isabel's family couldn't afford a lot of things that some people take for granted. But Isabel tried not to worry about the things she didn't have. After all, she and her family had everything they needed. They had each other. And there they are, in the park, in the snow, having a really nice time. They'll look happy. But one day there just wasn't enough money to pay the rent and all the bills. Isabel and her family had to leave their home, the house which held all their happy memories, and move to the far side of the city. For the first time ever, Isabel couldn't find anything beautiful to cheer herself up. This part of the city looked exactly how she felt: cold, sad, and lonely. A family drove past in a shiny car, but they looked straight through Isabel, as though she wasn't even there. None of the other smartly dressed people seemed to see her either. Isabel looked down and realised that she could barely see her own hands or her feet. She was fading away. Before long, Isabel was completely invisible. She drifted silently down the streets, as pale and thin as the wind, and nobody saw her at all. Oh, I do like that, as pale and as thin as the wind. But now that Isabel was invisible, she noticed something she hadn't seen before: other invisible people. Lots of them. There was an old lady planting flowers in empty paint pots. There was the man who slept on a bench, feeding the birds in the park. And there was the boy who had been forced to leave his home in another country, helping to mend someone's bike. But they all seemed so alone. Isabel decided to help. She planted flowers in the paint pots. She looked after stray animals. And she helped fix things up. Then, day by day, week by week, other people joined in. And the more people came together, the more they could all be seen. Soon, Isabel wasn't just visible, she was vibrant, and so was her new home. And that was how Isabel made something very special, one of the hardest things that anyone can ever make. Isabel made a difference. What a great page. And so when you contrast that and you go back to the start, I'll just go back to the start of the first pages. So the scenes that the first page was that. Cold, bleak, not much going on. And then you finish up with that. Oh, what a great, great story. So that story is about, it is about reciprocity. It's about coming together. It's about collaborating and working together to achieve something, just like those children and those parents did when they made that amazing picture to put up in school. And we're going to be doing that very soon. At the moment, you've all been quite isolated. You've been, in your homes, doing the right thing, staying safe. But on the 8th of March, you're all going to be coming back. And we're going to be collaborating, and we're going to be doing some wonderful things. So by the summer, we're going to have scenes. We're going to be experiencing scenes like this again. And I don't know about you, but I can't wait. And March the 8th is our first step towards that. Okay, I'm going to just make myself a little bit bigger. There we go. I hope you are looking forward to coming back to school. As I say, I can't wait to see you all. If you are in school already, it's going to go back to how it was in September, so it will be a little bit different from what you're experiencing now. But hey, great that things are moving on and that we're able to do that. Right, I'll see you later in the week for another assembly, but take lots of care and see you all soon. Bye-bye.